Hello, my name is Hex, and I hope everything is going great for you today. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out and will inspire me to continue my videos here. So, I'm a self aware, diagnosed narcissist, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to create a narcissist. So, how was I created? Well, we make up pretty large portion of America, more than most people think. Narcissists are everywhere. How many devilish people are out there today with my disorder? Who knows? But if you're one of those unfortunate souls that have crossed paths with the narcissist, allow me to apologize for their behavior. It might have been a boss, a lover, friend, perhaps. Maybe this video would inspire you to consider forgiving the narcissist. I assure you, they are most likely suffering in some ways, anyway, internally. Um, well, how was I created? As a narcissist, I'll tell you that it takes sugar and spice and most indeed everything not nice. It takes childhood traumas, neglect, abuse, tons of violence, losses of family members with no goodbyes attached. I will disclose that my father suddenly left me when I was around 10 or 11 years old, and I wasn't allowed to ask about his whereabouts. If I asked about him, it just wasn't fun for me. Let me say that. It takes a lot of humiliation to create this disorder. I was humiliated many, many times in many, many different ways. One example of that is having to attend high school in the mid 80s to the late 80s, yet I was made to wear clothing from the 70s. Um, I wore weird, tattered clothing from the time I was, well, maybe up until I was 15 or 16, maybe. My memory is not 100% all the time. I was made fun of a lot in high school, grammar school as well. So I was a total outcast for many, many years. I didn't have any fun at school or at home. I was afraid of everything, afraid at school and at home. I didn't participate in anything at school. I was in poverty most of my life. Government food stamps, blocks of cheese the government provided us. I was made to eat white rice. I had to eat white rice for almost a whole month straight, every day. So sometimes I was very happy to go to school and eat my school lunches. Well, to create a narcissist, you also need to provide massive betrayals from your family members. One example was me at a young age. Me and my two brothers were just standing outside. It was a beautiful, warm, sunny summer day. And something happened to me that morning. And I did threaten to make myself meet God in person, if you know what I mean here. Um, so maybe it was a cry for help or attention, I'm not sure, but at various points in my life, both of them abused me, or actually, I have three brothers. They all abused me in many different ways. So abuse and betrayal was given so readily from my own family as a child up until, I guess, even as an adult sometimes. Having threatened to go meet God in person, I mean, to be fair, I might have met Satan in person, who knows, at that time. Um, just to have my two brothers or my family members laugh at me and make fun of me for wanting to do something like that, it hurt me on such a deep level. I don't even know how to explain it. You're threatening to go off the earth, and you're laughed at. I'm not telling you this. Hold on. I'm not telling you this to earn pity. I don't really care for that. I don't really know you, so I don't. I don't really care. No offense, please. No offense, please, and thank you. I'm only telling you this because this is how I was created. That's all. It's what made me who I am and what I am. In a word, pain, massive amounts of pain and sorrow and betrayal and humiliation. Where does it go when you're a child or when you're a young um, person growing up with all that pain and sorrow? Inside of the narcissist is a deep well of pain, so deep and dark, you'll struggle to simply acknowledge it at times. If you're a narcissist, it's like a giant black wave of pain and suffering inside of me. As I grew up with the disorder, I developed narcissism to simply help carry the agony and heartache inside of me, perhaps even to protect me as well. Having this disorder, you don't trust people. You don't really trust anything. So I guess it is a measure of protection. So, how a narcissist created is through pain and constant aching torment, growing up with pain and betrayal and all that good stuff. But look at it this way: hurt people hurt people. If you're in a narcissist relationship, my best advice is to simply leave them. Rarely will a narcissist get better, and most assuredly, we won't stop abusing you. In fact, the longer you're in a relationship with the narcissist, the more we will abuse you and weaken you and destroy your confidence. Once you date us, and if you try to move on from that, you're going to be traumatized and weakened and vulnerable for a new narcissist. May God help you. So, now that I've answered that question, how do you create one? I'll tell you that not every person that came from a broken home became a narcissist, or did they? For example, Oprah Winfrey. She came from a broken home, poor, poverty. She was abused. Google it yourself. I'm not going to really get into it too much. It was just not good. She suffered more than me, put it that way. Probably. But the thing is, she possibly might be a narcissist, in my opinion. See, this is not a fact. This is an opinion. So why do I say that? Because you can be what's called a good narcissist. She's a good narcissist, I suppose. A good person. I have nothing against her. I like her. I grew up watching her, and I just think she's a great person. I mean, I know she gave away new cars on her show. Everyone in the world saw that. So I'm not saying anything bad about her. I like her and respect her. She's probably what's called a communal narcissist. Same thing with Tom Cruise. He had a terrible childhood with some childhood neglect and all that stuff. I just don't know how bad it was. You can Google that. But I know it was bad, or, I will do a video about him and his weird life, his oddball public displays of buffoonery. But hey, you know what? I would be lying if I said I wasn't jealous of him to an extent. Even after he was on Oprah Winfrey flopping around on the couch like a rag doll for the world to see. But I'm a bit off track here. Hold on. So, in a word, I'll just tell you that if someone wants to know what it takes to create a narcissist, well, in a couple words, it's just massive pain. That's what it takes to create this disorder. I'm a walking, breathing, tortured soul. You might say that I'm cursed, even hexed. I'm hexed. How am I doing now? Well, I'm a bit older now and wiser and have been through a few marriages and tons of dysfunctional, painful, traumatic experiences as an adult. Mostly prior to me figuring out in therapy what I am, a narcissist, and how I coped, and maybe even how I eradicated this disorder from my soul. It maybe is still a work in progress. I think you might be astonished at how I am now as to how I was before therapy. And as you know, when you do go to therapy, you are the one who does the work and does the task of confronting you yourself. Yeah, I went to therapy, but the therapist didn't change me. I changed myself. So let me just say I did therapy among other tactics to become the person who probably has some narcissist traits left over. Some, but not all. Not like before. I know I'm not as bad as I was. I'm okay with that for now. I'm a work in progress, though. If I remember, I'll do a video on how I changed myself. So, coming from a narcissist directly, I hope you remember the next time you run into a narcissist or a toxic person, um, we're trying to cause you pain, especially the narcissist. We're trying to hurt you emotionally and quite often physically too. Narcissists are trying to hurt you because we're trying to share. We're trying to share some of this misery with you. We want to share it with you. Hurt people, hurt people. I guess that makes us monsters. I'm a monster, I guess. Just remember the pain we're going through, though, and maybe don't allow us to share that poison with you. We are giving you poison, basically, the longer you are with a narcissist. So, how do you create a narcissist? Tremendous agony. We are dead inside. Circumstances have come together to create a person in absolute agony. I say that, there are probably tons of people out there that have this disorder, NPD, and they don't even realize it, unfortunately, especially the covert narcissists. They don't realize what they are. And think about this, even if they were diagnosed with it, the covert narcissist, they wouldn't believe it. They would just say, hey, you know what? This doctor, physician, counselor, whatever, they're a little off. They're, not good in the field of this. They're going to try to tear the counselor down. They just, they won't admit it. They won't admit what they are. I would consider myself a covert one, but yeah, so that's that. It's a shame, too, that you can be diagnosed with this and just deny it and not confront it. It's scary. When I was diagnosed, I couldn't accept it. So, but anyway, it's not like a covert narcissist is going to post it on Facebook the next day, for example. Who knows how many there are out there? The numbers are so different depending on what so-called doctor you can find on YouTube, Facebook, or whatever. The numbers are not accurate, I don't think. I don't believe so. How do you account for a hidden disorder? Covert narcs. How do you count those? So now that you know what it takes to create a narcissist, this is my longest video here. So be patient with me, please, and thank you, as I'm still learning this YouTube stuff. I'm a narcissist, yes, but I actually don't know everything. Some narcissists seem to think they know more than they actually do, but I'm still learning here. But anyway, I'm done for today, and you are discarded.